They tried their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's 2nd down. Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took it beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
After review of the play, the movement on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hits 0.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And now running right through him. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Second down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's got room. Oh, look at the juke. Look at those stick skills. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And now Mayfield on the bootleg, flush to his right. Fighting to stay upright. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Detroit! Detroit!
Delay of game.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's third down. Mayfield on play action. He can run for it, and he will. A second fake, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And now running right through it. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Being chased out left. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for... Six. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Ryan on second down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there. And moves the chains. On first down, Ryan. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4. Third and long. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second down, here's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And it's a unit last drive They did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So 1 touchdown, 1 2-point. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A carry here for the big tight end. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the ground with a tight end. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Look at this, a tight end carry. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. On third down, Mark Ingram. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. George Kittle taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play call. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Julio Jones, 43 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, what a move. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy off.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there in the game.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas, 62 yards, and the Saints add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Play action. It's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field.
Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Ryan. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. And good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Ryan to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception, Mayfield going deep downfield and got his man complete. They can't tackle him. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 65 yards. From the red zone now, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield steps away to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Able to get away.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snap.
Jacko, you got me muted, buddy.
terrible.